Your intake's job is not to find out how the they found you. Intake's job is to sign the case up.
I mean, that's the number one job. Because how do you make decisions, right?
If they call from the phone number that came from Google, intake just goes Google.
That's shitty intake.
That's a whole different conversation.
Welcome to this episode of Bourbon of Proof, where we interview those both successful in law and life. And today we're honored to be here live from Bourbon and Branch in New York City. Y'all, let's give it up for Gary Sarner. Let's give it up, the king of radio. And we're also doing like a little collab with Law Rank and Maria Monroe, your show.
Tip the skills.
You could do your introduction.
I'm sorry?
You could do your intro. There you go.
I don't know that I can do it.
Do you do an intro?
I do an intro, yeah.
What's your intro?
I haven't done it in a while.
She forgot.
Where's Jen Gore?
What was the name of it? Law Pods?
It's Tip the Scales.
Tip the Scales, yeah, I've been on.
Welcome to the Tip the Skills podcast, where we discuss running and growing your law firm. I'm your host, Maria Monroe, president and co-founder of Law Rank.
There we go.
And
We have the
Wow.
co-founder and president, well, the founder and president of Fiore Legal,
Yes.
Mauro Fiore Legal.
Thank you very much.
A lot of people forget that we're actually practicing lawyers, so refer us your cases. We do a really good job. We make sure you're taken care of, and your clients always win.
Yeah, you know, Bob, actually, I was thinking that the other day. I was like, you know what? I'm going to mention on here that I actually am a practicing lawyer with a big law firm, and I actually know what I'm doing. Because people just must think, man, Mauro's he's a f***ing drunk. But I am a drunk.
You could do both things very
Yes,
well.
but
All right,
I'm
so
actually
Gary,
a lawyer.
before we start here, we do a pour. We get you some whiskey first. I know you've had a few pours already. I could see you back here imbibing.
My favorite stuff is here.
Yeah, and
I
we
see it up
we
there.
saw that on your notes. We've had, hundreds of people on this show? No one has ever said they like Widow Jane. You're the first one.
So
I'm unique.
yeah.
They
Yes,
have,
you are.
Mike Rose gave me a bottle of Widow Jane called the 5 Boroughs because they let the 5 different boroughs put a mash bill together with Widow Jane. I've never had it before. I don't even know if I even see it up there, but he gave it to me, so I'm going to drink that later without Gary Sarner by myself in the closet. Will, where's Bourbon Will? Because we're going to give Gary Sarner a pour to start the show.
Hello, Bourbon Will.
All right, how's it going?
Oh, he's right there. Holy shit.
You like
All right. So, I know we liked the Widow Jane, but my rule is always if you've had it before, you can't drink it with me. You're drinking
Fair.
something new. So, we're going to do something. Both of these are loud, vibrant, like your shirts. Whiskeys for you. We are doing Little Book the Infinite. So this was released, the first edition last year. They just released the new one, or going to release it next month, second edition. This is done by the Jim Beam Distillery. So Little Book, we're going to go way back. They do a regular Little Book, and it's a different chapter every year. It highlights the art of blending. And Little Book is the nickname of the current master distiller. His grandfather called him Little Book because his dad was Booker. So hence the Little Book. He decided he wanted to start the Little Book Infinite series last year and kind of shocked everybody with it. What he is doing is he is taking his grandfather's juice, his dad's juice, and some of his juice, and blending it all into one bottle. So 3 legends of distilling, and every year he's going to add on another juice to that same blend to add to essentially continue the infinite barrel for you.
Sounds like Kentucky.
Welcome to the Infinity Pour. Sounds like Kentucky. They'll do some cross-reference pours there. So I'm going to stamp y'all. I'll get the little attorney share one.
tell
That's
you
good for
about it
that.
later, and you
Gary,
can-
you're going to get a, Justice HQ for Gary. Put him in. Maria, you get a Bourbon of Proof. Mauro
I
gets
get
a
my
Fendi.
own.
Fendi. All right. Push it. There you go.
There you go.
This is so cool.
Yeah. So Gary, we also have better news for you. Is you actually get to have 2 pours because you're going to drink for Maria as well.
Let's
how
go,
nice,
baby.
That's how nice of a guest host she is.
Thanks,
So,
Maria.
I know. Aren't I so
Maria,
nice to you?
what
She's
questions
so close
do you
to
have
me.
for Gary as the guest host here?
What do I have to ask him?
You could ask him questions. It's now your interview.
What's up with the loud shirts?
We're going to do this again?
Well,
Cheers.
I think people want to know. I know the answer.
So
Maria, fake drink it. You're going to drink
Cheers.
it. Thank you, Will.
Cheers.
the loud shirts started
That's good.
2021, going to NTL to my first conference. I know one person, Alex Valencia.
And Joe Freed?
Huh?
And Joe Freed? You knew Joe Freed?
I didn't know Joe Freed was going to be there.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know what Joe Freed really did. I was like, what are you doing here? He's like, better question is, what are you doing here? I'm speaking. I'm like, oh. But Aleda, my better half, says to me, you don't know anybody. What are you going to do to meet people? I said, I'm going to sit at the bar, drink seltzer water, and buy people drinks. She's like, you're a f***ing idiot, and took me to the Robert Graham store, and I'm looking at all the clown shirts saying, no way. She says, listen, one time in your life. She made me buy 9, said wear 1 to breakfast, 1 to lunch, 1 to dinner. I walked in, I got 20 compliments, head went up. I was like, okay, this is my brand. And 4 years later, I have 220 of them.
Wow. Mauro's more into the colorful underwear thing, but no one really knows about it.
Because I like to peacock around in the bedroom. I'm a peacocker.
Free ball it.
I love Maria's face. Her face is worth a million.
She can't wait for this.
It's the best.
Maria's been on the show. She was on in Atlanta.
I was.
And you had some really good pours on your show. We had one of the champagne. You had the you one of the whiskeys that was very sweet, the one we got from Germany.
I don't know, but I've never had a hangover so quickly.
Really?
Yeah,
I still have some of that left. It was like raspberry whiskey or something.
I had never
That doesn't sound very good.
I had never had bourbon before, or whiskey.
Was that your first and last bourbon on that show?
It was.
Wow. You
So she
spoiled
hasn't
her.
been to your house.
You've never. I always offer Maria, and she always is too busy
For what?
She
to
lives,
go to my house.
She lives 30 minutes from me. I've never seen her in Miami.
Okay, that's a whole. If you lived 30 minutes away from me, I'd see you, Bob.
That's true.
Yes.
So Gary, like, we're gonna talk on this episode a lot about you, how you came up, how your kids are now in the industry. You know, you have kids becoming lawyers that are lawyers. How you have been in this position where you help lawyers grow their practice by being strategic media buys on radio. And is radio dead? We hear this all the time. Is radio just something we should throw your money away, light it on fire?
I'm going to give you 63 million reasons why radio works. People listen. People respond. The difference between radio and what Maria does with SEO, all attribution for law firms today, 95% of it comes from Google. Nobody picks up the phone and says, oh my God, I saw your billboard. Oh my God, I heard your radio commercial. Oh my God, I did this and I called the law firm. No, they go to Google and everything that Maria does, whether it's in SEO or PPC, LSAs, GMBs, they see the name and they're like, I know that name. But the last touch attribution is gonna be for the SEO, digital marketing agency, and that's just the way of the world. So as I sit down with people and have this conversation, you either buy it or you don't. I can't make you understand that it actually works until you do it. And I'll tell you, I tell everybody that we partner with, you're gonna go through 90 days of living hell, writing big, massive checks, and nothing happening. And then all of a sudden...
But wait, I have a question. By that logic, radio wouldn't work if you didn't have an SEO strategy. And I don't think it's that simple. I think radio can work independently of SEO.
It does work independently of SEO.
Okay.
My point is people don't call and say, for law firms, oh, I heard you on the radio, that's why I called. If we were trying to sell these bourbon-proof glasses, we can make these the sexiest glasses in the world, invest $5,000, do an ad on the radio, and get the ROI on Monday. With a law firm, you cannot make somebody want or need a law firm.
Well, because you can't track back. They listened, they clicked. It's because they clicked, as they're saying, well, the attribution came from the click or calling the number, but they don't know where it came from. Unless you just advertise a specific call to action that is unique to that. You could do it that way, but it's probably not wise because you want to have a single call to action for everybody. But
well, listen, Paul Faust is going to hate this, but the repeater numbers, the vanity numbers, Do you remember your parents' home phone number in the house you grew up in?
Yes.
Do you know Mauro's phone number?
Yes.
Do you know her phone number?
I know the first 6. I mean, I got to see it in my mind.
You are not the normal. Do you know
I
his
have
phone number?
no idea what Bob's number is. I know it's a 310 area code. That's about it.
So why remember a law firm's phone number that's on the radio 48 times a day per station? There's no need to. So yes, at the end of the day, when they go online, my goal is they do a branded search for the firm.
Right, but that's different than SEO.
Correct.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, most of the credit will end up in the digital marketing agency's lap.
If the law firm doesn't ask, yes, they're just gonna see the GBP, the like Google My Business or Google Business Profile number.
I speak to all the law firms I work with.
Why are you laughing?
Your intake's job is not to find out how the they found you. Their intake's job is to sign the case up.
I mean, that's the number one job. But the second job is to know how they found them. Because how do you make decisions, right?
But that goes back to the 95%. If they call from the phone number that came from Google, intake just goes Google. They know where it came from.
That's shitty intake. That's shitty intake.
That's a whole different conversation.
I agree with you.
That's a whole different conversation.
So, Gary, you're in the Southeast. I know you're originally from here, New York, live in South Florida now. Where do you service? You're national now, but did you start just in a geographic region, or did you?
My business started, I never planned on it. I went on a sales call to Anajar and Levine 13 years ago. And he was having issues with the radio station. I show up. He's got a stack of invoices behind him. I said, do you look at those? He's like, no, my people love me. I'm like, you're getting hosed left and right. He's like, what do you know about my business? I said, nothing. I know my business. And if you don't expect what you expect, you're getting hosed. He's like, okay, smart ass, audit one of my invoices. Well, needless to say, I found a lot of errors. And I showed up at his office with a yellow pad of 90 days and all the errors. He didn't get past page 1. He was pissed. We got the person who ran this station in, wasn't radio, it was TV. He says, you're my new ad guy. I'm like, no fucking way. And a few months later, I became his ad guy.
What's the most creative ad that you've ever done? What's your favorite ad that you've done?
So I'm not a creative guy.
Yeah, but you still have to have worked on a campaign and like, man, I really love that one.
I guess my favorite campaign across the country is Lundy Law in Philadelphia. It's a father and son. Jordan is 39. I don't even know how old Len is, but they do their commercials together. And they're so unique. They're so real. And it's who they are as human beings. It's not about the money. And I, obviously, with 35 firms on the air and 500 stations, it's hard to remember all, but we hope we never meet you. But if we do, we will help you.
It's a good one. I like that one.
And my why, nobody understands this, is not the law firm. It's the end user. And if the end user gets to the right place, everybody's going to win.
So we're going to come up with an ad for Mauro. He does have stuff in Spanish. Gana Hoy, win today. Billboards in LA, does very well. Jeff Greenman is in the house. Jeff, can we get a round of applause for Jeff Greenman? Straight, yep.
This man is a legend.
Hey, this is Bob Simon, the host of Bourbon of Proof. This tour we couldn't do without our sponsors. EvenUp is an artificial intelligence platform that automates a lot of the mundane tasks that lawyers and law firm staff do, from demand letters to running playbooks to opening up claims, ordering police reports, and doing those so you can spend more quality time with your clients in the courtroom or in their living room. We also have Attorney Share. Attorney Share is a product to be able to have lawyers find more cases in their wheelhouse to help clients without having to have the market spend that's out there, and also tracking all of your referrals in one place. It integrates with all the major case management platforms, and it allows lawyers to really better serve their clients and also refer out clients in other jurisdictions and practice areas and be able to monetize all of that goodwill that they put in. Our other sponsor is Justice HQ. Justice HQ is a mobile app bringing together all the community in the legal field, from vendors to staff to paralegals. They have own masterminds. They have our podcasts are on there. Other lawyers' podcasts are on there. On-demand education, every event in the industry, and you have direct access to the best of the best. And of course, Coastal Research. Coastal Research helps all of us injury lawyers find out the insurance limits through investigation that's on the other side. Whether you know it or not, they're not required to in many states to tell you how much insurance there is for the person that catastrophically harmed your clients. But Coastal Research is able to do it very quickly and efficiently for you. They have an actual technology platform that's so easy to use and pushes the data back and forth. We only let people sponsor the show if we use their products and believe in them.
So we grew up practicing law together in Southern California. He's from the state of Washington, lives up in Massachusetts now.
But he's a masshole.
He's a masshole now. But we all of us still stay in touch. We talk all the time, talk a lot of shit to one another. Oh, we got a mic for Jeff.
He's been kicking my ass in fantasy for years. My team is so shitty this year.
You are the worst fantasy.
It's the worst team ever.
So
you see the football shirt?
That is a football shirt.
Fantasy football shirt.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna say that's ugly.
This is actually the shirt. So when
There is a friend of mine.
this is
I like
a
you already.
humiliation shirt you have to wear if you lose in fantasy football. Listen
Is
to
it
me.
really?
No.
It's fashion.
Do you
Brando
buy
yells.
shit?
I mean, I bought that one.
Yeah, you did.
All right, so Jeff, we're gonna brand Mauro. You've known Mauro for years. We gotta come up with a jingle or something we want to put on the radio for Mauro. How's it gonna go for Mauro?
Interesting. I don't know.
Fiore, fire.
Fiore. Well, my friend Ari Resnick has a jingle that he always sings for me.
Oh God.
You know Ari Resnick? He's the guy in LA. He says, if you have a slip and fall at the West Covina Mall, who are you gonna call? Fiore. That's what Ari's single. That's Ari's jingle for me.
Do you not have that on tape already?
No, I gotta get Ari to sing it, but he has a good
No,
delivery.
you've got to sing it.
Okay.
I imagine a lullaby for Mauro, and it's just him floating in the clouds. It says, "I love you tomorrow. I love you tomorrow. Don't call tomorrow 'cause you need Mauro today." And then he wakes up and picks up the phone.
See,
Wow.
this
I
is
just came
very
up with that.
Did you just come up with
I just
that?
came up with that. Yeah.
I think because he's
Mauro
known for
today.
he's known
Mauro
for
today.
falling
Call
asleep.
Mauro today.
Not tomorrow.
Yeah.
Today.
You're known for falling asleep
Yeah.
at
I
actually
weird
like
places
that.
and
Yes.
at all times. I think you just got to be like, if you want a snorry, call Fiore.
Yeah,
There
I
you
like
go.
that. I
You
like
could
that.
you could also sell mattresses, which that's probably your first love was
Yeah.
selling mattresses.
Sit and sleep.
By the way, this wood table could be his mattress.
Yeah.
It might be in a few hours after the 7 episodes.
I'm not that difficult. I'll sleep anywhere, but
So Jeff's a great example. He actually was trial lawyer of the year once in LA, the first one to win the Young Gun Award. I think I was second or third in that line.
Yeah, you rode my coattails. It's fine.
But they literally named the award after the guy, and then they changed it later. But now he runs a successful law practice, but also has he does real estate deals, a lot of things, does stuff with private equity, just thinking way out. One of the first guys in our group that said it's much bigger space. He used to show us real estate deals in Utah and shit. He's like, you guys should invest in this apartment. We're like,
I mean, like
Jeff. We're
this guy
trying
builds.
cases.
This guy builds like Hyatt hotels and stuff. Or which are the ones you build? Is it the Marriott Suites or what is it?
We've built hotels, like a bunch in Minnesota, some in California. We have over 50 properties nationwide now. I have a real estate investment fund.
Yeah.
We have labs, cannabis labs, diagnostic labs. We have any which way to make
Actually,
money.
during
The shoes
COVID-
I'm wearing, I invest in, all this
During
stuff.
COVID, they started a testing lab that we used every single week just to have our employees come. I mean, how much money did you siphon through that? I mean, you had to launder so much cash.
What is this shoe company?
The shoe company is Wolf and Shepherd. Ever heard of them?
Wolford Shepherd?
Wolf
and
and
Shep-
Shepherd. They're
Wolf
out
and
of
Shepherd.
they're out of California. So they approached me recently in my group, and they're like, "We'd like some funding if you have it." I'm like, "Yep, get you guys some funding." It's a great company. They're pumping shoes out. We have tequila companies. We have lettuce companies. We have cannabis lettuce companies. We have,
Greenman is into everything. This
I
guy.
still practice law though.
That was my next question.
all
That
the
was my
things
question.
that you do, what's your favorite?
So my favorite right now, I bought a building in my town in Massachusetts, and I'm building a restaurant. And I've never been more excited about a real estate deal, because usually I'm buying and holding, but this one I'm putting together like a high-end restaurant in my little town in Massachusetts, and like the entire town's like, let's f***ing go.
And are you going to operate it?
No.
Are you just going to sell it?
No, either like an Applebee's or TGI Fridays. I'm thinking, no, I'm f***ing with you.
Wow.
No, like a
Everybody's
nice,
favorite.
I love it. Well, are you willing to invest in a bourbon talk show? I mean, you can find some money.
100%.
This is all for you, Jeff. We just did this whole.
Are you willing to
charade.
take
the
on
long-
a
you're on the long
third
con.
co-host?
We can take on as many We actually would prefer to host a little less.
Learn from Maria. She figured it out. She got Jen to do it.
You guys want to know the truth? I took a page from Dan Ambrose's book of Get Others to Do Your Work For You for free.
All right. Well, Jeff, we have another guest part I want to do. Where's Ray? Hey, Ray.
Thanks,
come on
guys.
up here for all law. So we have one of the most new creative guys in the space. I've been seeing a lot of the cool shit that he's been doing. Will, we're going to need a pour for Ray, please.
Thank you.
No,
Got one.
Well, I'll drink for him.
I'll drink it.
Yeah, you drink for me.
Well, you still got to drink this is a drinking show. You still got one sitting there, Gary. Come on, man.
Gary's like, hell no.
That wasn't a pour.
Pour more? You can
Pour
get
more.
Don't worry. Will's back here grabbing his bottles. So I first met Ray at Mardi Gras with an open jar stuff. Did an interview, and it was f***ing awesome, the stuff you're able to do, the creative around it. So, how do you know these scumbags? This guy.
You tell him.
So my first partner law firm outside of Florida was an Atlanta firm, and Ray was his personal videographer.
Wow.
That was my intro into the world.
So this partner of mine says, hey, I want to go to that Robert Graham store and get shirts like yours. I'm like, okay. Ray sends one of his employees to video him and I in Robert Graham. He tried on 30 shirts. He spent over $5,000 and wore one shirt for 5 minutes. But it's all on film. And one day, Ray is going to release that video to me. And then I'm going to have fun with it.
All right, we're ready
You know
for
what it
another
is?
pour. Ray, I'll take your pour
I do.
for
Thank
you.
you.
I will do you this service.
Thank you.
Was the client, was it Seth Bader?
It was.
Yep.
It was.
Okay, so Seth, if you're watching, you have the most iconic last name. You could be Master Bader. He could be the master of master of law, very small, and then Bader. It's the most genius marketing you could do.
I agree.
That's not very dignified.
BJ Abram, one of our good friends. BJ's a great child lawyer. He started to do billboards. I was like, why is I need BJ not on every single billboard?
By the way, if
Sex sells, as Brando says. We have our guy right here.
if you decide that marketing is going to be a vehicle to bring you potential clients, be bold, be different. Look at the billboards you see all over the country. You see a lawyer's face. We win. We care. We do more. F it. Be different. Be bold. Be dynamic. And then help people. Because to me, intake is number one. Great legal work has to happen after that.
Well, you can't do great legal work if you don't got the cases.
Which great intake is number one. Great legal, and there are firms all over the country.
Here's
that
my
are-
thing. This is why one of the reasons with attorney share, we know people great at marketing, great at getting cases, great at intake. If you could do that and quickly send it to the best lawyers and track the entire life cycle of the case, that is the dream to make sure they get the best representation. Will, pour us another drink, and I got to take two for Ray over here.
Day one, when you introduced attorney share, I jumped all in on that because it matters across the country. There's, with what Maria does, she sees it every day. Law firm A in XYZ city is getting leads from a place that they know nothing about. And those leads have to go somewhere.
And they called your, so like when we work with Law Rank and it says we're still paying for, I mean, it's coming in, whether it's Google, whatever, LSAs. If it's a workers' comp case in Arizona, we're still going to send it to the best lawyer through attorneyship without having to do anything.
Austin and Brian,
They don't do workers' comp.
but you still send it to them.
We do send them some case. Oh yeah, I send them a lot of FBI microchip my neck cases. They get a lot of those. All right, Will, what are we drinking?
All right, so this is the Knob Creek 18 year. So Knob Creek is coming from the Jim Beam Distillery. So Knob Creek is named after the creek that ran through Abraham Lincoln's town, little home where he was growing up. Booker Noe wanted to bring back the roots of pre-Prohibition whiskey, and his way of doing that was naming it after that creek, trying to bring out the essence of pre-Prohibition whiskey through the Knob Creek series. 18 year is a special limited edition release they did. It is double the normal age of a normal 18-year flagship. It's also coming in at 100 proof for you.
There we go. All right, to Knob Creek. Cheers.
Cheers.
The double.
Bob, I drink
To the
Great.
mic.
We look forward to more of your work because I think your stuff is really cool and interesting and different, man.
Thank you very much. Thank you very
He's
much.
already posted something from here.
I'm going to get something right here up. Yeah, I'm going to get something here right here. I appreciate you guys.
Not Bob, though.
I love you.
I love you.
This is good stuff.
Bob, did
Yeah,
you
that was
know-
great.
Did you know that when you make these big ice cubes, the ones that come out that are kind of white like these, it means that the water that they're making them with is not very, very pure. When they're clear, it means they're using good water. So these are a little shaky, these ice cubes. They're like,
Should we not be drinking?
well, this New York City water I don't think is too good to be making ice cubes.
Supposed to be the second best water in the country.
Yeah,
I
it's,
don't
it's
know.
actually really good water here.
Yeah, it's-
Yeah.
They're
seems to be
very
really good.
foggy.
Do you know
these
what
cubes.
number one is?
Flint, Michigan. Flint, Michigan.
I was gonna say
No, that's definitely not it.
I already did it.
Colorado?
Boston.
Oh, wow.
Really?
Boston.
You figured it'd be Seattle since it rains so
I
much.
Jeff's
can't believe
Restaurant.
these Democrat-run cities have such clean, good water and utilities. It's, oh God, the vermin. They get such great utilities that they have.
No, quiet.
Oh, yes, go there.
Quiet, piggy.
Wow, Mauro, you're so quick with the jokes. That was good. All right. Maria, I know you know Gary. You know some interesting stories. What can you elicit out of this gentleman that we don't know about him?
Oh, no. No. No, but
Bring
but I am a little bit curious about radio, right? Because, like, when Gary first came onto the space, I was like, there's no way anyone listens to radio. I was like, this is complete bullshit. So I go to Google, of course, and I'm like, how many people listen to radio? And it was like a really high percentage, like 80 some or 90, like it was, I don't remember.
93% of the people still listen to radio every week.
Especially like Hispanic community, they listen to a lot of radio.
Well,
a lot of
everybody.
things. Yeah. in
Everybody.
general.
But the Hispanic community, not second and third generation Hispanics, the first generation, what do they want? They want a taste of home. So you could get it on radio, or you could get it on Telemundo or Univision.
Univision.
Huh?
Univision.
Univision.
I have a friend of mine in LA that if he goes to a taco stand for lunch or something, and if they're not blaring like ranchero music in the kitchen, he walks out. He says, "No, that's no good."
It's
They
not
gotta have,
authentic.
They gotta have musica going in the kitchen, or he's not eating there.
But at the end of the day, radio is still the last medium that is local, that touches people. And if you follow the things that I say, music matters, words matter. Every song has a different meaning to each of us. We could all listen to it, and it's deep. Radio stations target in 10-year spans. That's it. Very narrow. And they do a great job. And yes, people across America listen. Again, I'll give you $63 million of investment that say it works, because as business people, we don't make investments in anything that's not going to work for us. Now, is it hard to start? 100%.
What's the minimum spend?
So that's different for every market based on population.
So let's say a mid-sized market.
An average investment in a market size 30 to 50 is going to be about $40,000 a month
For
So,
how long?
A month.
No. But for how long until you feel like it actually
You're going
works?
in for 12 months because I won't
right.
work with somebody.
I'm going to call up Steve Mayer. Steve, can you come up here for 1 second? I'm going to ask him about radio.
This is Mr.
So one of the biggest...
Mr. Sweet James himself.
So Steve, who's been on the show before, one of the most watched episodes, by the way.
Sure.
One of the most, for various reasons. But Steve, do you still invest in radio?
Yes.
Why?
It's a different demographic that listens to radio than some of the other mediums.
But you invest heavily in advertising, marketing, and what part of your portfolio is radio compared to... Do you keep track of that stuff? I mean...
We probably spend about 15 to 20% of our budget on radio.
Wow.
That's a healthy percentage for somebody who does what we call the Holy Trinity.
All media.
Radio, TV, billboards. Look, digital is a must. I don't care if you do nothing else. You have to have digital to start. That's your home. The law firm isn't the home. The website is. Then find a medium, whether it's radio, billboards, or TV, and you have to own it.
I mean, at our kids' schools, my twin brother, my little brother's school, they did a thing where they asked all the kids, who are the lawyers that you know? And even though it's like, my brothers are there, we sponsor the school, the number one lawyer they know, Sweet James. All of them, all the kids, no one loves Sweet James because they see him. What I learned is they also do the YouTube ads, and the kids are watching these things, so they see it all the time, and they like the stuff that he does. So all these kids, teenagers, their parents, all know Sweet James.
So
yeah.
here's an interesting stat. The average age of a personal injury client today is 44 years old. I was sitting, I'm not going to say with who, 2 lawyers and their marketing director. The marketing director is 24 years old. And I said to her, God forbid you got in an accident. Are you calling the 2 people you work for, or are you calling your parents first? What do you think she said?
Our parents?
100%. She works for lawyers. So if her parents told her to call Steve's firm is Sweet James instead of the firm she works for, that's who she's calling.
Yes, it's referral marketing. All right, so we're at the end of the episode here, Gary. Mauro and I have 4 more to go, so we're going to make this. We're going to do this together. What's your bourbon of proof? We know you said Widow Jane. It's in the show notes. We talked about it. But what is the one drink that you like to have?
So I do love Widow Jane. I do want to try. I sent you a bottle. And you know who told me about that bottle?
My dad.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
So it's wild. So it was Midwinter's Night Dram by High West, which I love. That day, one of my friends, we were on a whiskey chat. My friend Travis Davis, my law partner, went up and he's like about to finish off a Midwinter's Night Dram. And I was like, that would be delicious. And then sure enough, when the fucking mail shows up a box, I cannot, it happened. I opened, I was like, I'm going to drink this bottle. It was the night of the Dodgers won the World Series. We drank the entire bottle, myself and a friend of mine, the entire bottle.
I bought a Brooklyn Dodgers hat yesterday in honor of my dad, who loved the Brooklyn Dodgers. So I do root for the Dodgers.
Well,
Pretty awesome.
all right. Well, Mauro, thank you for supporting a draft dodger, which we'll discuss on another episode of Bourbon Approved. Gary Sarner, thank you for coming on. Thank you, episode number 3,
Thank you,
New
Gary.
York
Thank you,
City.
Maria.
Woo, woo, woo.
You're welcome.
This was fun, Maria.
Thank you
Yeah,
for
why
watching and listening to this episode of
Over
Tip
and
of the
over.
Scales.
Over and over.
Over and over.